It's like, we've been, best friends for like fucking 14 years. No big deal.
What's my birthday?
Shit, player. It's like, I know it's a couple months before mine. It's like, April.
April?
Yeah.
When I visited in San Diego.
It was like December. No, it's December.
No, I didn't visit in December.
When did you visit? At least you got the month right.
A month before your birthday.
I feel like I'm really blanking out right now. No, you're 6 months older than I am, right?
No, I'm not. I'm a month older than you.
Oh, it's May?
It's June. April, May, July, June.
Is it? All right, guys, welcome. This is episode 6 of the 2D Research Club podcast. Welcome. I am your host, Giuseppe, co-host Ryan right here, and we're going to dive into some interesting topics. I mean, we think they're interesting.
Yeah.
We think they're cool. Maybe you'll think they're cool. Who knows? So, what are we sipping on today?
Papago Cherry Blossom, uniquely Arizona.
You know what I didn't realize until just right now?
What?
Is this supposed to be a play on like popping a cherry? Papago cherry? Or is that just...
No, I think Papago is the brewers.
Yeah, but I'm saying like with cherry right there, it almost seems like maybe it's just a coincidence.
I think it's a coincidence. Because Papago has a lot of stuff. I don't think they would have
But did they see like the opportunity? They're like, we could just put cherry right after our name and it would sound like popping a cherry.
Maybe. But it's not Papago Cherry. It's just Papago. The beer is Cherry Blossom.
I'm just talking the words on the can. When I looked, that was the first thing that came to mind when I looked at it. Papago cherry. All right, let's give it a sip. Cherry Blossom, I should add. I just was so fixated on the
it's
cherry
actually good.
thing. You sound surprised.
Yeah, well, I mean, I told you I didn't trust you.
So, yeah, he definitely thought I was going to, I went through this elaborate plan to print out my own label and just be like, this is actually a sour, but he doesn't have to know that. It's just a black cherry wheat beer. Look at the label. But it legitimately is a black cherry wheat beer, which I think is really cool because oftentimes a fruited wheat beer that we all know and some love that comes to mind is Blue Moon. I had one at the bar earlier, which is a Belgian wheat beer, but it has kind of the orange and I believe coriander and spices, but it was cool to see. When I think of cherry, I think of sour.
When I get it
instantly,
I'll probably get a second, maybe even a third one through this episode.
Yeah, we got little cans this go around, so
and they're only 5%, so I don't really have to worry about that. But I'll grab a glass and pour it out too, just so we can see.
Definitely.
I don't think it really has any color, but it kind of looks light. I don't like Blue Moon though.
You don't like Blue Moon?
Mm-mm.
Why is that?
I don't know. Blue Moon and Shock Top I used to drink, and I just don't like them anymore. I like this though. This is good. Maybe I just got burnt out on them.
Yeah, that could definitely happen. I mean, Blue Moon's always just been kind of a burner to me. Like, I feel like for not technically being like, hey, craft beer, like it definitely goes down easier than a lot of domestics.
Made by Coors.
Yeah. I didn't even... Really?
Coors, right? Yeah.
I did not know that.
I went to the Coors brewery, and I'm pretty sure Blue Moon is brewed there.
I feel like that's a sad place.
The Coors brewery?
Yeah.
It's pretty cool.
Is it?
Yeah. It's just in Golden, Colorado, so it's this really nice small town that's like center focus is beer because they have real nice water.
Yeah.
I guess, or something.
Because I think of it as being like an Amazon warehouse where it's like they don't have like piss breaks, and because there's so much Coors out there, they're like, no, get back on the line. It's like, man, I've been drinking so much Coors, man, I got to take a leak.
Yeah, I don't know if like if it's a good place to work or anything, but it seemed fine. It's like a tourist kind of thing.
Right.
You can go there and like take a tour of the facility. It is a place that looks like it would be sick if there was a zombie apocalypse. It's just this big factory that like brews and bottles Coors Light and stuff, and it's in the mountains. So there's the river and stuff kind of goes through the factory.
Right.
Jesus, not through the actual factory, but I don't know. It's hard to explain. Maybe I'll show you like pictures or something.
No, and I can joke about it, but I think there are a lot of misconceptions about like big names being like, oh, they're, terrible or shitty or, there's not a cool history to it. But in short, when I went to Nashville for the first time this last year, I didn't go there, but I saw a slideshow of people who did go to the Jack Daniel's distillery. Bro, it's cool. It's so dope. They have like giant like limestone cutouts in the back with just water naturally trickling through, and that's where they get the water for the product. And you just think like, oh, Jack Daniel. Well, you want to think of that because it's such a big name now.
Yeah.
But
yeah, I don't know. I mean, it wasn't like, I probably wouldn't, if we went to Colorado, it wouldn't be like we've got to go to the Coors Brewery.
Yeah.
But if you're up in that area and passing through Golden or something, yeah, stop in, go get a beer afterwards. It's a nice little small town.
An easy first to third. Bud, Coors, Miller. Where are you placing them?
Bud, Coors, Miller?
Yeah. On a first to third.
Bud Light is definitely third. It is the worst. And I think it would be Miller in second and Coors in first, because Coors at least goes down easy. I think Miller tastes like shit. I think Bud Light tastes like shit.
I would put it in the same exact list. And it's so funny because like a month ago, I would have put Miller at the top because I didn't really think of Coors Light. Like I didn't really have them much. And I tried one at Forrest's place and I was like, these aren't as bad as, I wasn't saying it was good, but it wasn't as bad as Miller Lite. Yeah. I'm like, why have I been drinking Miller Lite?
Yeah, because when you're going for the cheap beer, it's like, we all kind of agree we're not there for the flavor,
Yeah.
But Coors Light, it just goes down like water. It doesn't really have an offensive flavor. It's just easy to throw back. It doesn't really taste like much of anything.
But
kind of like a LaCroix.
Yeah. No, that's a good comparison, but I like to think of us as just pure beer enthusiast at that point, where it's like there are people that will, look at domestic beer and like, I don't want that swivel. Give me a craft beer, pronto, $17 minimum. And then there are the people like, man, I hate them hipster types when you could just be drinking many more beers and get many more buzz and you're worried about it tasting something. And like, we just like all the beer, I like the cheapies. I like the bougies. I just like beer.
Mm-hmm. I have that painting of myself swimming in PBR.
I feel like that would be a better use of PBR than drinking.
I like PBR. I think PBR actually tastes good. Not like great, I wouldn't, again, it wouldn't be something I'm like, you've got to try PBR. But it's something that, of the cheap beers, like they're a little pricier now, but 10 years ago, $20 was PBR, a 30 pack of PBR, and it was a 30 pack of Coors Light. If I was to choose, the list of Coors, Miller, Bud Light, I put PBR above Coors.
To me, it's just PBR has been kind of cemented in my mind as the warm beer you have at King's Cup mixed with random liquor and things at the table.
I thought you were gonna say the beer you like wake up hungover and drink warm off the counter.
I mean, that's equally as appropriate. Yeah. That is the PBR man. There should be a commercial.
Yeah,
the modern PBR man just waking up. Like
they make like
blindly reaching,
like how they sometimes do those like custom art cans.
Yeah,
that they only run a limited amount of. They do one that's called Hair of the Dog. And it's the art style is, that would be sick.
That would be
PBR.
pretty sick. PBR.
Hit me up. Marketing.
Hair of the Dog.
I got a great idea.
So before we get into the anime stuffs, we did finally take the plunge. We went to see The Batman.
Finally. I feel like we didn't even talk about it.
No, I mean, and it's like, it's beefy. It's what, like 3 hours?
2 hours and 56 minutes?
Yeah, we'll call it 3.
It
3
felt like
hours.
3. It was really good, though.
Yeah.
I was kind of nervous because I heard some people hyping. I mean, I heard a lot of people say that they didn't like it, and that or it was too long, and they just didn't like it. But I saw a lot of hype around it after it had come out, and I was kind of nervous.
Right.
Because it did seem a little weird, but when they first released that preview with Robert Pattinson beating the shit out of that guy from the beginning,
yeah,
I was like, wait, this kind of makes sense.
He's finally for the boys, right?
Mm-hmm.
He's ours now. And I mean, it was the same thing where it was so polarizing between like people that either loved it or hated it. And I think because it was a lengthy movie, I'm starting to realize the people that hated it, I think, are the ones that have like the attention spans of like rodents, you know, where it's just they can't handle sitting through a movie that long.
Yeah.
Because I've been to movies, bro, where I was with a group of people. It was like Les Miserables. Have you ever seen that? It's like a musical.
Les Miserables or whatever?
Yeah, I'm probably butchering the hell out of it. But like Hugh Jackman.
It's French, right? French pronunciation is a challenge.
Always, yeah, a challenge. You know, Merriam-Webster still, she's just like, man, these guys are just like ruining my fucking day again. But I was sitting there, and it's really, I thought it was like, it was artistic. It was a masterpiece, you know. But the people I was with were like, boring, and they left like 20 minutes in, you know. So I feel like those are the same people that would watch the Batman and be like, this sucks. But
yeah,
I thought it was captivating all the way through. Yeah,
it was paced really nice. I liked a lot of the aesthetic. I told you it gave me really big Blade Runner vibes. A lot of those, like when he was riding around that little turnpike-ish area, and there was all the screens in like a downtown area, and I don't know, it just looked very cyberpunky, but you know, without like the cybernetic implants and stuff.
Right.
The shots in that movie were really cool.
Yeah, because they really made it feel like this dingy, grimy kind of Chicago type city where, yeah, I think you described it as like it was like just the dark moments, not like dark as in the feeling, but literally just the dark where he's sitting there kind of brooding over his emotions.
At the beginning, like, where he's saying he is the darkness, and it's showing all of these crimes happening, and it keeps zooming in like a dark area, and you're thinking, you're like, are they trying to show him? Is he in there? And it's that exposition kind of monologue in the beginning where he's going over it, saying like, they think I'm hiding in the shadows, but I am the shadows. And it's, oh man, I love such a cool opening.
It was almost like the WWE shit where it's like Batman walking out of the flames, car going through the flames. Like it wasn't like so much action that you get lost in it. Well, there was definitely some buildup, but like the action was there, like tastefully.
Yeah, you know? I think it was done really, really well in that regard, because like you had a car chase scene, you had like three kind of smaller conflicts in the movie, and then one crescendo, you know, event. Yeah. In a 3-hour-long movie, that's pretty good, because, you know, they didn't last too long. It went back to the investigative, and I mentioned earlier as well, it watches a lot like a Telltale game, which, I mean, I enjoyed the Batman Telltale games. I played the Walking Dead ones. Like, they're entertaining, you know, they're very dialogue intensive, and in the games, it's kind of the choices you make have an effect on things, but in a movie you don't get that. But it was very investigative dialogue, but still had all that Batman beats the shit out of somebody. Right. Cool.
It just, when you explain that to me, it makes me think there's like some kind of like Batman visual novel.
It pretty much is.
But I'm saying like what you think of like a visual novel as far as like Batman, but in his ironclad armor with like a schoolgirl outfit on the outside, like behind him is a backdrop of like a school and cherry blossom, and he's like Baka. But
I'm trying to think of like anime things that Batman could say. Is there any reference to where are the drugs? Where is she? You know, where is she?
yeah.
Didn't we do in the pilot episode we recorded? We did a Batman like Sonic bit.
Yeah, with Tails and Batman.
I really like Batman. I think.
Huh?
I really like Batman.
Yeah.
I think. I feel like just it comes up a lot in my brain for things.
Right.
Just the Batman voice, and I mean, have I gone over like the Court of Owls with you?
No.
It's a Batman comic that is about the underground group of people that like runs Gotham. You guys got to go through like mazes. It's just super cool. I like Batman, but we can kind of just go through any last bits because I mean Batman is the comics are 2D.
Yeah, it's part of the club, but like
part of the club,
and
part of
Batman
the ship.
Beyond was also 2D, but
Yeah.
yeah, just
So they could make that into a movie and we could talk about that too.
The last thing I would say is kind of like it almost relates to like isekai anime, and this sounds like it's like, bro, that's a fucking reach, but like
What?
I'm saying in the sense where there's like the self-insert protagonist. I feel like Batman is he's the most realistic hero.
Yeah.
Like he's a normal guy where you're like, damn, I could be Batman if I
No.
put on that. Well, you know what I mean? Like technically
resolve.
speaking,
The resolve.
I could put on the armor, have the Batmobile, and
Yeah, you don't need superpowers.
exactly. Where it's like with the protagonist I was getting at, like for isekai, it's like you want to see part of yourself in the character, and that's what like attaches people. They're like, I want to be surrounded by 20 girls with cat ears, but like
Fair.
Superman, it's like not realistic. Spider-Man, I get bitten by spiders all the time, and it's never done shit for me, But Batman, like, he just had to have money,
And
and
be like severely troubled. I feel like Batman's whole thing is the resolve, like
Yeah.
he is the most realistic hero, but also the most miserable. He never healed from his trauma. He turned it into an idea, he is the Batman. He kind of forfeits his life in search of this thing, and that's why I told you I liked it. 'Cause it feels like he doesn't win at the end of the movie.
We're not going to spoil it, but yeah,
I'm not going to
just,
say anything, but it just feels like he is not the winner.
yeah, like, and it's really just him. Like, I think of other heroes, like, Spider-Man just seems like he's having a fun time the whole time, just woohoo, swinging around, like, oh yeah, knocking some fucking henchmen over. But like, you don't see Batman doing any woohoos. He's just like, he wakes up and he's like, oh, fuck. He looks at the news, Gotham is under flames, the mafia. And he's like, oh, another fucking day of this shit. Like,
Very, very reminiscent of Rorschach from Watchmen.
yeah,
Very like
just so jaded,
And after the entire night of seeing all of these atrocities, I watch them. I record everything and I watch it back. That's like finishing a stream or something and then watching your own VOD back.
Yeah.
It's like you just,
That's
he's
nasty.
miserable.
Yeah,
he seems miserable.
He's miserable. They're both miserable, but something I kind of wanted to pull from the film that we see in a lot of anime is that sometimes there is that major aesthetic role that people apply in real life as well, where I feel like Batman, a lot of guys watch Batman, they're like, they get rid of everything colorful. They're like, I want it all black car, you want the Batmobile. And there's a lot of anime that I feel like people watch and to an extreme will like build their personalities around it, where it's like the aesthetic is so captivating in that sense where it's like you watch it and you're like, you start to notice you're kind of dressing like this character, styling, like, I don't know. Does anything come to mind for like something you feel like this is just a very aesthetic call for an anime?
But like for me to model in real life,
Or just in general that you see other people like emulating?
No. I mean, I guess no, not really. The only thing I can really think of is the jackets that, like the tech wear kind of jackets that have like the collar that goes in front of the face.
Definitely, yeah.
Like I feel like I've seen more of that, but I've only seen like 2 brands that do styles of things in an anime kind of way.
I guess to elaborate,
I'm also not very into fashion and stuff. I've been wearing the same clothes for like 10 years.
Yeah, no, I totally get it. But I think of like Acura is one where you watch Acura and then you get the JDM car with the funny pill sticker on the back and all the hiragana. Like I feel like that's an aesthetic that people pull. They watch that film and they're like, they apply it to real life. Like, I want a fucking car with all decked out and stickered out like that.
I mean, I would do something like that, but fuck, I wish I could get to the point where after watching Akira, I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna buy a Skyline. Or even just like an old Toyota. It's the Supras that I'm thinking of, right? The old,
like the old Supras.
Yeah, the boxy ones.
Yeah.
Yeah, I wish, man. I wish I could model my aesthetic after those things, but nah. I mean, the most I got is probably like, what's a homeless character in anime?
I could talk. I'm not gonna bring that one up.
No,
but I was gonna say Metamorphosis, but you don't want to be those homeless guys. No, that's what I think of when I think of homeless guys in anime. Yeah, that's a rough one.
Yeah, I didn't want to remember that.
Yeah. So, I even think of, it's funny because I know a lot of guys that don't really watch a lot of anime, but Dragon Ball has inspired them to like go to the gym. They see these buff characters duking it out, where I had a coworker of mine, he showed me a video. He's like, and he watches some anime, but he showed me this video. He's like, yeah, when I want to get pumped, I always watch this, before a workout. So I'm thinking it's going to be some motivational, Arnold Schwarzenegger, like, you got to do it to build muscles. But it was like a 3-minute video of just Goku screaming. Just like,
is this the same? Ah! Is this the same guy with the Dragon Ball Z text tone?
No, that's another one. So there's a lot of Dragon Ball fans at my work. Yeah, Dragon Ball's huge over there. But, yeah, I mean, I could elaborate more on it. I'll touch it another time because I'm into all the nerdy fashion shit. But like, you see portrayals of people seeing things in anime and wanting to incorporate that into their own lives,
I guess I did, not this time, but the last time you cut my hair, I did tell you I wanted it to look like Levi Ackerman.
Yeah.
So
that's a popular one. I get that a lot.
I guess, yeah. I get it. Yeah.
Yeah. Levi Ackerman is a popular haircut that comes into the shop.
I mean, I didn't do it because I wanted to look like Levi. I did it because it's a good haircut, and that was how I went.
Yeah, it was a cool haircut, and you can't find anyone else for a reference with it. So you're like, I'm going to show you this character. But so like with mine, I tried to go for like the Jin from Tekken, but like I've been getting a lot of Incrediboy, so that's kind of really shot my self-esteem in the fucking throat.
I mean, think you should wear it as a badge of honor to be so closely related to something beloved.
Well, that was when I had it straight up. Now that it's going back,
this isn't as much Incrediboy, but when it was straight up,
when it was straight up, it was Jimmy Neutron, Incrediboy.
Yeah,
fucking. If I don't do anything, Seth Rogen, and I'm like, I just want a cool comparison for once. Like, I just,
maybe it's just not the style for the hair.
Yeah.
I mean, you've been trying it a bunch of different ways, and the closest, coolest thing you've gotten is Wolverine. I can't imagine what else you're gonna get.
Wolverine's pretty dope. Yeah.
So you don't want to walk around like Wolverine every day.
So flattening the top has worked well for me. If I put it up, it's a disaster. But
Just have the sides come up and
yeah,
then flat in the center.
like I just want to look like that entire bloodline. You know, Grandpa has the same haircut in Tekken, Dad does, and then
I think it would be cool if you grew your hair out a little more with just like how thick your hair is. If you did like a poofed out bun on the top, kind of going up and angular like that.
you know,
Like the artist bun.
I had it when I had like the long mohawk, but you know, obviously it wouldn't be as much hair. But I really, I don't know, man. I just feel like I can't rock the bun.
I feel like
I think you could rock the bun.
No.
Well, you've rocked kind of ponytail or something, right?
I had I had a bun.
Yeah, you had a bun.
Yeah, I didn't. I mean, it was okay.
Most of the time, like, which you guys haven't seen, but Ryan has had like long hair the majority of his life. He'll like cut it once and then let it grow another 2 years and then cut it.
This is the most consistent I've had short hair
Yeah.
in a long time.
There's only been one haircut since I've been out here.
Since you've been out here, but
Since I started cutting hair, probably.
there's
Yeah.
I've gotten 2 haircuts this year, and I usually only get you've been the only person who's cut my hair in the last like 8 years, and you've given me like 5 haircuts.
Yeah.
Maybe not even that. You've
Yeah,
given me
sounds
2
about
in the
right.
past year, and then maybe 3 over the last 6 to 7.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Man. Yeah, that's right. When you came out to San Diego, you got the haircut. Mm-hmm. It's still kind of longish between getting this one.
Yeah. It was getting longer. But
Yeah.
it was still short.
Right.
I
right.
did, like, I got a comment at a restaurant. Somebody said I had long hair, and I was like, no, it's not even to my shoulders.
You know, your hair it weighs down. Like, it never really sticks out much. So I
Yeah.
think it always looks longer than it is, too. 'Cause mine just does this naturally. It just goes up, like,
Yeah, mine doesn't.
yeah.
Mine lays flat, and it shows my oddly shaped small head.
I have to have more hair to hide my irregular alien-shaped head.
I'm telling you, man, Green Goblin.
Roger, dude, American Dad. I mean, that's what I'm rocking.
Spider-Man.
Oh, Spidey. Look at my weird head. So my son's porking your ex-girlfriend, Spidey? That was another sad moment.
I love
Spoilers.
I have a love-hate relationship with the term pork. It's so funny.
I tried
but
to
it's
think of a
just-
gross thing to say. Like, I normally
It's
I don't
so
say
nasty.
that, but yeah. What are you doing, porking my wife?
My son's porking your ex-girlfriend, huh? Spidey. It's fucking nasty.
Yeah, getting like, I feel like there's no good way to get porked. You know,
No.
like no girl is being like, oh,
can't-
I was getting porked the other night. It was so good.
Have you, it's like, you can't even, if you're going to get like barbecue, be like, bro, I'm going to get porked right now. It's like,
I feel like that's even worse.
no, yeah. You can't. There's just no use for that term.
Yeah,
Other than nasty.
yeah. There's porking.
So I was porking last night, right, dude? And,
Hammond, Haman, Nunny. But
somebody at work, my friend Zach said John's weird vacation or something. Instead of
it
JoJo's,
shouldn't be that funny.
John's, yeah, it was. I got a good chuckle out of it.
Yeah, just the budget, the Walmart version, John's Weird Vacation.
Yeah,
Dude, when I was a kid, because, you know, JoJo's been out for a while,
yeah.
I thought JoJo's Bizarre Adventure in that one video game was called like I'm going to forget it now. It's like Vito Joe or something V Joe. It was like this guy, he had like V sunglasses, a helmet.
It sounds so familiar.
Beautiful Joe, I think.
I feel like that style character kind of is so many things. that
Yeah,
I've
yeah.
seen.
Let me see if I could find it real quick.
Well, do a quick cut here. I'm gonna get
Okay.
another beer because I've already run
Sounds
through
cool.
mine. Do you need one?
Yeah.
Okay, hold on.
All right, so I did find a picture. It is Beautiful Joe. Have you ever seen this before?
I don't think so, but it looks like Captain Falcon.
It kind of does, yeah. But he's kind of like JoJo-esque.
Yeah,
little
definitely in the poses.
Yeah, for sure. Never played the game. I always saw it at... This is going to date us a bit, but at a Blockbuster.
Date us? What do you mean? I'm 27. Date yourself.
Well, I'm also 27.
You wanna date me?
You're older than I am.
You want to date me?
I do want to date you, boo.
Yeah? Go ahead, do it.
Do it. I
Do it.
dare you
Date
to
me.
date me.
Date me. I'll
Date
date
me.
you. July 7th. Is that right?
Oh, like birthdays?
Yeah.
No.
No? July 13th?
You know, no.
21st.
No.
29th.
This is getting worse each time.
3rd? 2nd?
It's like, we've been, best friends for like fucking 14 years. No big deal.
What's my birthday?
Shit, player. It's like, I know it's a couple months before mine. It's like, April.
April?
Yeah.
You know when I visited in San Diego?
Oh, it was like December. No, it's December.
No. I didn't visit in December.
When did you visit? At least you got the month right.
A month before your birthday.
I feel like I'm really blanking out right now. No, you're 6 months older than I am, right?
No, I'm not. I'm a month older than you.
Oh, it's May?
It's June. April, May, July, June.
Is
Yeah, it's June 10th.
I'm July 9th. I feel like it should be easy to remember.
Damn
Right?
it,
It's
I
like
was so
a month
close.
and a day apart.
I
Yeah.
said 7th, 13th. I was like, I know it's an odd number.
My dad's birthday is July 4th, and he's exactly 30 years older than I am. So he's like the one I always remember his birthday.
Yeah.
My mom's 311, so it's like, investigate 311.
Yeah. My mom's March 1st. My dad was like, all I knew it was November 26th, I think. 26 is actually a very prominent number in my life.
Really?
I wish I was like into numbers and stuff because I'm sure it means something.
You think it does?
I don't fucking know. I just see 26 all the time. Birthdays, anniversaries, like everything has always been centered around 26. More often than not, when I meet somebody, it is on the 26th of a month.
I feel like it's one of those things, though, where it's like, if you get a new car, right? You get like a Honda Civic. You start noticing, wow, there's a lot of Honda Civics on the road because now you're aware of the Honda Civic's presence. You always saw them.
There's a term for that.
Is there?
I can't remember what it is, but I get that, but it's like, it just seems in a month and day, it's mostly like in that sense of like the 26th of a month.
Yeah.
It's, if I go out and do something, I'm like, wow, I'm having a really good time, and for some reason I check the date, or something. Like, it's the 26th is just always the best day of the month, I think.
Right.
It's just when things happen.
Yeah, it's a good day for you.
Yeah, I guess so.
I mean, I've since I was a kid, I always just thought 4 is my lucky number. I feel like it still is,
I was a 7 kid.
7 kid? That's my other one.
I played too many slots at my grandparents' house.
But I feel like if numbers were that important, Ash Ketchum wouldn't still be a fucking 10-year-old. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Wait, the kid's got to be, what, fucking 30 at this point?
I think it'd be older than that. No, it's been more than 20 years.
Pokemon was what, like 98?
How many years is that? It's like
That'd
20.
make him like...
A little more than 20.
Yeah, and he was
so-
like,
so
how, like 10?
30-ish?
So it was...
Could you imagine?
Yeah.
What if they made like a Pokemon that was like the Batman? It was like dark, is the underbelly of Pallet Town.
Like, here's a thought. He comes back home to finally be like, Mom, I made it. I'm the champion of every region. But he found out his mom passed away from some illness like 5 years prior. He didn't make it in time. So he just lives in the house he grew up in. He just sits there just drinking. You know, just Pikachu's like, come on, Ash, like, we should really go outside today. You should get a job. Like, I think the water's out. And he's like, you don't get me, Pikachu. Fuck you. Like, how sad that would be.
A burnout Ash.
Yeah. You know, he gets drunk at the bar. It's the same people because Pallet Town's a small town. And he's like, you know, I was the champion. They're like, Ash, that was 10 years ago.
Dude,
Give it up.
I just thought of something that could be really sad.
What?
What's Ditto?
Yeah.
He gets a Ditto to transform into his mom. And he just cries and says how much he misses her.
He turns Ditto into Misty. He's like macking on it. Like,
I think you're going a different
no,
direction.
he's just
here.
like, he's like, I'm so glad you held out for me, Misty. She's like off with like Brock, like married. They're like knocking on the door, leaving stuff. Like, Ash, like, you been okay, man? Like, we're leaving you some food, you know? And he's like, I'm fine. Yeah, that got dark real quick.
Yeah. Have you ever seen The Aviator?
No.
Leonardo DiCaprio. That's all I wanted to say. You should watch it. It's a good movie.
I feel like the last Leonardo DiCaprio movie I saw, he was like that, like, racist plantation owner.
Django Unchained?
Is that what it is?
Yeah, that's a fantastic movie.
I didn't see it in its entirety. I just walked in to some friends watching, like, him drinking out of a skull.
Out of a skull?
Or he was talking about, like, drinking, like, wine out of a skull or something.
No,
And he was like,
he was talking...
I'm a prospector. I do declare, like, he had that accent.
There was a
you know?
scene before they were gonna have the slaves fight where he, like, took a skull and was, like, showing why the slaves were less intelligent. It was...
God.
Yeah. I mean...
That's Django Unchained?
You should watch the movie. It's fucking cool.
Dude, I always mix it up with that other one. Was it No Town for Old Men or No Country for Old Men?
That's the milkshake one, right?
It's the one with, like, the sociopath guy that's, like, makes him flip a coin and he, like, kills him anyways.
I don't think I've seen it.
Dude, I haven't seen a lot of, like, seeing Batman was the first live action movie since, like, Flubber, you know. It's been a minute.
The only times I've been to the movie theater in the past 5 years has been to, like, the time when they had the Studio Ghibli movies playing.
Yeah.
Rascal Does Not Dream of Bunny Girl Senpai, the movie that
was
came
in theaters?
out. Yeah, it came out in theaters. I went and watched that. I went to see Mugen Train. Oh, I went to see Mugen Train last year.
Mugen Train.
I was sitting in the theater
yeah.
telling you, like, I think it's been like 4 years since I've been to the movies. I just went like a year ago.
I've seen all the My Hero ones, Fairy Tale movie. Not a lot of normal. I think the last normal movie was like. Actually, I don't even remember.
I think the last one I saw was Joker, which only adds to my point. I think I might just really like Batman.
Yeah.
But I would never get like Batman things.
Yeah, like the Batman shirt.
Yeah,
the
it's
Batman
just the
hat.
The IRL aesthetic of being a fan of Batman isn't interesting to me. I think the story of Batman is what really sells me. I like him as a DC character because, like we were saying, you know, he's the most realistic hero. He doesn't have superpowers or anything. He gets his shit stomped in, but he just takes it in stride. He's
like normal thugs sometimes. If it's like two of them, he gets it handed to him sometimes. You know?
I mean, in this movie, he was taking on like rooms of 9 of them. But it's like, yeah, you know, he gets hit, he gets shot, but he's well protected and versatile in his fighting style.
Yeah.
So he gets the upper hand. He's very intelligent, and it's just his resolve is ironclad.
Yeah.
Not even Catwoman.
I think we resonate with him because he's like one of the OG sad boys. You know.
What did I say? I saw. Did you see WikiFace posted a picture of the scene with Batman as Bruce Wayne? He's got a WikiFace shirt on.
I haven't seen that.
I'll show it to you right now, dude. It was pretty funny. I just thought it was fun because it popped up on my Instagram like right as we got home from seeing it. So I thought that was pretty funny.
Oh, that's perfect. That is so perfect.
That's funny, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. But I don't know. It was a good movie. But do we want to get on some more anime? I had a couple things.
Yeah, shoot it. Let's hear it.
I
have to crack this other beer. Boy.
Yeah. I got some technicals about like the best-selling manga series of the year so far, and I just want to touch on a couple of them, but we can get into that in a bit. That one of the soccer ones, not the Blue Lock one we were talking about, but that Aoashi got a new preview, and animation looks pretty cool. Blue Lock looks like the kind of Blood Blockade Battlefront version of the soccer anime.
That's a good way to put it. Yeah.
Yeah, and Aoashi looks like the Haikyuu kind of side of it.
Yeah, no, that's an excellent.
It seems like a little too much soccer to watch both of them, but like I'm interested to see where both of them go, respectively. That's because I feel like they will tell two completely different narratives, but like that seems like a lot of soccer. I don't know if I can watch both of them. I might have to make a pick.
So many sports anime though, where it's like mostly like drama and just day-to-day life, and they just sprinkle in a little of the sport there. Some are very sports intensive, of course, but
see, that's what you're gonna get is like Blue Lock is probably gonna be very cool. The animation is gonna be sick. There's probably gonna be a lot of tension and stuff in the actual. It's gonna play more like a shonen. Aoashi seems like it's gonna kind of have the kind of pulling on your heartstrings stories. It's gonna have a lot of flashbacks, and there's gonna be like a resolve to the characters of trying to achieve something. So it's just kind of like which flavor are you looking for? But I don't know. I'm interested in both of them, but I don't know if I'm gonna watch them both at the same time.
Yeah, you kind of split it apart a bit.
Yeah.
Like watch one, watch something else, then go back to the other one.
Do you want to split it up? Do you want to watch one and I'll watch one and then we compare soccer anime?
I want to do the shonen one. Because that one seems so hype.
Damn it. Okay, that's fine. I'll do Aoashi.
But yeah, I mean, as far as like other news, not so much a statistic, but for all the fucking the shippers out there, the people that are like, I can't get somebody to love me IRL, but as long as these characters love each other, I'm happy, damn it. Toga and Deku in My Hero Academia, which you haven't like kept up with a ton, but in the manga there's just, this isn't like a major spoiler, but it's just there's a moment she's like slashing a knife at him and she's like, please go out with me, and she's like that kind of stereotypical, like the one of the Step on Me girls, has the snaggle tooth, she's a little crazy, yandere, contorted, but still pretty hot, very very, but just like she's like, please be with me, as she's like trying to hack him to pieces. But a lot of people flip their shit on that because he had the kind of, what's her name? Urakaka? I don't remember how to say it exactly.
Sound like a car starting up.
Yeah, but, gravity shoddy, but, they kind of always had this little flirty banter, very similar people.
Uraka or something?
Urakai.
Man flesh. Sorry. Continue.
What's that from?
Lord of the Rings.
Man flesh?
Yeah. Man flesh.
Oh.
The Urukai?
Let me spoil Lord of the Rings for you. They should have taken the fucking griffin the whole time.
It's not about that, man.
It's about the journey, man.
Yeah. Do you even know anything about Lord of the Rings.
And then Frodo realizes that there were never any hobbits. He came off of his trip. He wakes up in his apartment. There's fucking cup of noodles all over the floor. And he's like, man, that was a great dream. There could be a Lord of the Rings anime. Frodo.
There is.
No. But like,
no.
Frodo being an office worker, he gets isekai to Mordor. Huh?
What about he gets isekai'd to an office? Frodo from Middle Earth, when he, the story ends and he goes across the river, what if he gets isekai'd into an office job and it becomes a rom-com, but it's Frodo from Middle Earth? What if... do you think there's any anime like that that's like a reverse isekai? Like somebody from a fantasy world coming to the normal world?
Totally. I mean, Kobayashi's Dragon Maid's like a huge one. Where
Is that?
I mean, she's a legit fucking dragon that comes in. It wasn't like she died. She like kind of traversed somehow. I forget exactly how, but like she's living her day-to-day life. The other dragons get like office jobs.
Huh.
One of them's a shut-in.
I guess it is kind of like I couldn't become a hero, so I reluctantly got a day job.
Yeah.
And shit like that.
But yeah, there's some where it's like kind of them perplexed by like modern technology, and that's kind of the funny trope.
Yeah.
The reverse isekai.
Yeah. And that's, I was mentioning Gate the other, yesterday or whenever we were talking about just like kind of cool, not as stereotypical isekai out there. Like that's a kind of cool, like it bleeds a little in between,
Dude,
like they go back to modern day Japan with all of these fantasy people and they're like in court and stuff.
I want to talk about it. I just want to put it out there now because we've already discussed this, but just quit fucking complaining, everybody, about isekai being like generic. There are some. Yes, but like, I mean, we're talking Gate, Tensei, Ray Zero. Like, those are all very different and like incredible stories. And if you're just going to say fuck off isekai, you're missing out on so much good shit.
Yeah. I mean, I've never personally met anybody. Usually people like isekai that I talk to.
I've talked to a lot of people that are just like, no, it's just, I've tried it, but it's all the same shit. And I'm like, you've watched the wrong ones.
Yeah.
Because they're out there. Don't get me wrong. There's some that are like the dime a dozen.
Yeah.
The Smartphone, Another World.
Well, didn't you just watch one like that? Your burner isekai?
Yes, that was... Which one? Oh, that when you came in like last night?
Yeah.
That was Strongest Sage with the Weakest Crest. So yeah, like that one's not as bad, but it's definitely in that realm.
No. Maybe it wasn't that one. Weren't you just talking about that you just burned through?
Well, the one I killed in the whole season in like a day was it'll come to me. Hold on. The Saint is Omnipotent.
Oh, yeah.
It's about like the healer girl. And that one was pretty damn good. It was like a feel good, It took a minute there.
What's it? I don't know anything about it. What's it about?
Right, you haven't seen any of it, huh?
No.
So it came out in 2021. It's not like super new, but I think it caught my attention. It must have been ported from Funimation to Crunchyroll's platform now.
Yeah,
but
probably.
Basically, fucking, I guess shocker here, but office worker in her 20s gets isekai to this world where they did the ceremony to call upon the saint, the person that's supposed to save the realm. But 2 girls were brought in the ceremony instead of just one. And this other one's kind of, cutesy and stuff. So they're like, oh, this one must be the saint. Like everyone ignored her. But you kind of get a feeling she's actually the saint without saying anything. But she just happens to be good at a lot of things. And she's like, well, that's perfect because I just want to live a monotonous life. She's like making potions. But everything she makes is just extraordinary. Of course, it's like 50% better than anything out there. She tries her hand at like I don't want to say like enhancements. Is it enhancements? Like taking an object and imbuing magic into it? I'm thinking in Warcraft right now.
Is the word you're thinking of armaments?
No, but yeah, practically like, her enhancement abilities.
Yeah.
Alchemy?
No.
Nah, I don't know.
It's... Hold on.
Yeah.
Because I know what you're talking about. It's like imbued in...
I just saw it too on the wiki. I'm gonna look her up.
Enchantments.
Is
that it?
Enchantments. That's it. It. Yeah. So enchantments, and then she realizes she could like heal people, and it's a little romance tied into it, but it's very like it's dramatic themes, but the melodramatic, but not like the corny melodramatic.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's just like that, aww, like when you're watching it, it feels nice.
Yeah. Cool. Well, I mean, it kind of bleeds in here. Did you know Kadokawa, the publishers for Sword Art?
Yeah.
Sword Art is still their top selling.
I believe it.
Like, yeah, that's pretty insane. But that it got me interested, and that's why I started looking at the top most sold for this year.
Yeah.
But hold on. Yeah, that was just a little tidbit. I didn't have anything written down about it. I just saw that Kadokawa is... They've had a couple other things that have kind of come close. I can't remember which titles they've worked on, but Sword Art Online is basically still carrying that shit.
Yeah.
It's ReZero. ReZero is the next, like, Kadokawa has Sword Art Online, and then their next best-selling IP is ReZero.
Oh, so it's second. It's not above Sword Art. Okay,
no, Sword Art is above, but ReZero is their next biggest IP. But I thought it was crazy. Jujutsu Kaisen, just in 2022, has sold 6.3 million copies. Now, how many copies do you think it... this might actually be a little different, because I forgot that like manga has come out at different times. So just because of the anime, like they may have already hit their boom. But how much do you think Attack on Titan has sold?
A dummy thick amount.
Like how dummy thick? Jujutsu Kaisen is number 1 with 6.3 million. Where do you think Attack on Titan stands on this?
So Attack on Titan can't be more than that.
No,
is what you're saying.
Jujutsu Kaisen is
really
number 1, 6.3 million.
4 million.
4 million?
Yeah.
Around the 4 million mark, it's literally second place. Tokyo Revengers at 5.1 million.
What?
And then One Piece is in third with 2.1 million.
Bro, just let it die already.
So again, where do you think Attack on Titan lies? Now you know that the third one is 2.1 million, being One Piece. So it can't be 4 million.
Okay, let me get this straight. Attack on Titan's not the most like ever.
No. This is just for 2022. This is just the past like 3 months.
Fuck, man. I don't know, like 500,000.
God damn it, 500,000.
20,000.
Pretty close.
Give me some, baby.
Pretty close.
More or less.
One Punch Man sold 500,000 in the 20th spot. Attack on Titan was 19th at 610,000.
Oh.
So it was 110 above One Punch Man, but it came in 19th behind Dr. Stone. That time I got reincarnated as a slime. Blue Lock. My Dress Up Darling is in 10th place at 835,000 though.
Makes sense.
That's a score. High five.
Oh yeah, I'm fixing my tunnel, but let's let it fall out. Yeah.
Sorry.
No.
And yeah, My Heroes it's 1.8 million, just because we were talking about it earlier. Demon Slayer's in 4th, 2 million. Chainsaw Man is 25th at 390,000.
Already. That shit new.
And it just came out?
Yeah.
Not bad. So it's picking up. I think the animation is what's really got people kind of like hooked on that one,
yeah.
though. Which kind of makes me like, I've heard good things about Chainsaw Man's story, but it's kind of got me concerned. Because it's the manga's being released right now, right?
Yeah.
Has it been for a while?
So, I remember it had to been definitely over a year ago that I remember I was with a friend and he was stoked that Volume 9 was coming out, and it hadn't been translated yet, so it was in the Japanese.
Okay.
So it's still, I mean, that's some time.
Yeah.
And that was like in the American market, what you could pick up from the store we had at the time. So
Yeah. So it has nothing to do with it then. I was just concerned because I was like, if that shit is just coming out right now and it's, low on the charts. I mean, top 25 is still good.
Yeah.
I was just concerned that the story wasn't going to be nearly as good and it was going to be like an animation carry thing.
Yeah.
Which I'm glad that it's probably not like that.
There's 11 volumes.
Oh, okay. Yeah, so it's been out.
So it consists of 97 chapters.
So
that's a lot of source
11
material.
volumes and it's still topping 25.
Yeah.
So that's good.
I'm really hoping that one's
gives me confidence then.
Definitely. Like, I hope it's like a 24 episode show, at least.
It should be.
Yeah.
I mean, with that many volumes, like, what's the pacing of the story like? I don't know anything about it, so.
I don't recall, because when I read it, it was just picture book. It was all Japanese. I was like, woo! But.
Ooh, very cool.
Yeah. I mean, I'm just sick of shows not giving us the ending of the story. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Just on that, did you hear that Forrest finished Attack on Titan?
Yes, and that I spoiled the ending for him.
Oh, you son of a bitch!
Because I read ahead. Yep, I couldn't contain myself.
No, he read. He just told me today, like, he finished it.
This is what we were talking about last night.
Yeah. So he read ahead.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I was like, all right.
Because, I mean, there's not that much left. There's, like, a couple episodes probably, but...
Yeah.
I mean, that...
2.
I've wanted to talk about it this episode, but I'm like, no, I'm going to wait till it's done, the animation's finished, and then I'm just going to probably be a whole episode.
Well, wait until it is done, and then probably put, like, a week or 2 between it.
For the people that are like, I didn't see the last episode, and they're like, fuck! Because they were listening to this,
Just to give, a time, maybe like a week. Like, we'll watch all of it in that week, and then come back and just be like, all right, Attack on Titan episode.
Yeah.
Let's discuss it a little bit. It's done. It's over. We're there.
Bittersweet. Yeah. For sure.
But I was glad that he's been into it. He's been messaging me about it, and I've just been replying with all my Attack on Titan memes.
Yeah.
It's been nice.
Dude, that one was so funny with the Dress Up Darling one he sent where they're at the beach. And what was the quote?
There was 2 of them. There was a quote from My Dress Up Darling where Kitagawa was looking at Eren and saying he looks so awesome, or he's super amazing or something.
Yeah.
And then there was the one that was Gojo from My Dress Up Darling saying, if we kill all our enemies across the sea, then will we be free?
From the beach scene, right? Yeah. Oh, that was primo.
Yeah, it was funny memes. Funny meme times.
Funny meme times.
I think that's really all I had. I mean, I had this one that I wanted to talk about until I realized what it was.
What is it?
I thought it was going to be like My Roommate is a Cat. It was going to be like a wholesome, like, pet experience, Yeah. But it was My Life as Inukai San's dog. And I guess there's a lot of, like, sexual things. Somebody I was looking on Reddit and reading comments, and somebody said that there's a scene where she, like, sucks on the dog's tail.
Oh.
And I was upset because I looked at the thing and I was like, oh, look, it's going to be like My Roommate is a Cat, but, And then I read the comments and I was like, thank you. I saw another comment that was like, usually I hate when people don't use the spoiler tag, but thank you so much for this. And it was like, it's not a spoiler, it's a warning.
Yo, I'm gonna make this clear right now. Okay. So listen up real quick. So if it is an animal with human features, what do we do? Red light. Stop. That's not okay. But if it is a human with animal features, i.e., cat ears, we about it.
You have to be more human than animal. That's the requirement. Sorry to all the
Beastarians.
bird people out there.
And I liked Beastars besides the wolf porking a rabbit. I had to say it again.
I didn't watch it.
Yeah. But
It didn't seem to interest me too much.
so
I saw a couple of things that I'll mention to you later, but yeah, let's do that beer pairing. We're kind of
you're probably just dying in anticipation. You're like, what could this beer pairing be after these guys just wouldn't stop fucking talking about Batman?
give me 1 second.
Yeah.
Don't give it away just yet. I'm gonna get another one and pour it before.
Okay, yeah, that sounds about right. All right, so let's just dive into it because we do have a pairing still. It's not. I know what you're thinking. It's Batman, isn't it? No, it's not Batman. Sorry to disappoint you all. Batman would probably be like a stout or something. I don't know. But it does have color. So
Yeah.
notice the pour here. It's a little. It's like I could, bro. Imagine sipping that underneath some cherry blossoms.
It's very cloudy.
It is. It kind of has an orange, pinkish hue.
Yeah, it's very. It's like
unique.
it's light, but it's dense. So when it's all together, it looks a little darker.
So
It looks nice though.
I made this pairing with one I have seen that I mentioned that Ryan hasn't seen, but in this case, he just has to kind of piss off a bit. I'm sorry, Ryan. But the pairing for the Cherry Blossom beer is going to be with... It has a shitty drum roll. Drum roll, please. So it's going to be with the Saint is Omnipotent because I ran that shit in a day and I was like, I want to pair beer with it. So the reason I chose Cherry Blossom for this character is because I think of like, call this surface, call this a reach, but Cherry Blossoms to me, it's like that very healing pink hue aura. And I thought of this girl that is just kind of robed in the red and pink, healing people. And it's like, how could you just not feel like revitalized being under a cherry blossom tree? Just, a little breeze, a little subtle breeze. So that really brought this to mind. And how do you feel after tasting this one? Like, what comes to mind?
It's pretty good. It definitely is sweet for like a wheat beer, but it tastes like beer, which I enjoy. It's not too sweet. I definitely, working on the third now. My stomach does feel a little tight, so I think that black cherry flavoring in there is kind of turning me up a little bit, but
yeah,
it's got a good flavor to it. It's an enjoyable drink, and 5% ABV or whatever. I'm feeling pretty good after two of them.
Yeah, it's a cruiser, I'll say, so I'm going to read the back. Papago, and I'm sorry if I'm butchering it, guys. Cherry Blossom.
I think it's just
Papago. Inspired by one of Arizona's favorite beers, Papago Orange Blossom. Our Cherry Blossom is a slightly sweet and smooth with a rich cherry taste and a balanced mouthfeel. So, pretty cool that this is from the good old desert state of AZ. Been finding a lot more brewers out here. Uniquely Arizona. I'm pretty sure if you planted a cherry blossom seed here, it would just shrivel up, die. The weeds would eat its dead carcass. But it's a good thought. And upon drinking this, I'm a Moon guy. I'm a Moon fan, and I would take this over a Moon any day for sure. I'm gonna give it another.
Trying to plant a cherry blossom in Arizona reminds me of the 2 times I tried to plant grow a bonsai or grow a tree for bonsai. And it was, the cool looking trees, but yeah, the climate just was not great for them. We should do that though.
We should.
We should just go out and instead of getting one sent in, going and finding just a plant, you know, because you
Yeah.
can make them out of pretty much just
Any
anything.
like bush type
Yeah.
plant, right?
Go find one and then splice it off and put it in a thing and then try to shape it, and just
That'd
you
be
know,
cool.
because you don't have to like wait for it to grow that way too. You know, you just wire it up and it'll grow in that direction.
We do like a bonsai cactus.
I'm not a big succulent guy.
Yeah.
I like the trees.
No, I feel you there, but you know, taking another sip. To me, it does have. It's not too cloying. It's that subtle sweetness for sure, but you definitely get the weedy bite to it. You know, I will say that this is really especially nice, I think, for people that want to try something with a cherry flavor that's not a sour. Although, because, you know, I love sours, but, like, not everyone does. And oftentimes, you think of cherry, you think of sour. And this is, it's that little bit of tart, but barely. The wheat really rounds that off. So there's no pucker to it.
If you're sensitive to sweet things, though, just be careful, because
Yeah.
I'm about 2.5 deep, and it's not bad. It's definitely manageable, but I couldn't drink a 6-pack of this without probably having some issues.
Yeah. But yeah, definitely, man. This one gives... I would drink these again for sure.
Gives you solid vibes.
Solid vibes, dude. And hardly even talked about the pairing, but, you know, kind of went over the show. Healing quality, yada yada, cherry blossom.
Yeah.
It makes sense.
Yeah.
It makes sense to me, and that means it should make sense to you. And if I say something on this channel, you listen to it, you nod, and you agree. That's the only way this is going to go. Right?
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
Right?
You're right.
Nod, damn it.
I did. I nodded. I did.
So, yeah, Batman, some anime news, cherry blossom. We ran it. Episode 6, baby. Woo! Thank you again, guys, for watching, keeping up this far to episode 6. I know they're long episodes, but for the podcast fans out there, it's pretty nice. You know, throw it on in a nice cruise. You're driving down the highway. Throw it on when you're, you know, taking a relaxing bath. Throw it on at work when you just don't want to deal with customers in the world. And we're grateful, man. This is fun.
Yeah.
This has been
and we got some
awesome. So
stuff coming up once we can. It was a pretty. I mean, it wasn't a sizable investment, but for being two relatively broke people, it was a bit of an investment. But we got a couple other things coming up.
yeah.
Got a video idea. Got a couple equipment pieces we want to buy. Probably going to be doing a bit of streaming, trying to make a couple other videos and stuff. So, you know, just keep an eye out for that. Maybe follow some social accounts. You know, I know you're pretty active on Instagram. I am relatively active on Twitter. So
That's all going to get updated soon. You know,
Yeah.
we've been slacking on the social game, but we're going to put it out there.
Do you want to just say? But we'll put it in there. We'll put your Instagram and I'll put my Twitter.
So
link it
Instagram
down
is going to
there.
be under the same name for 2D Research Club, which I haven't updated yet, but in the next coming weeks, there will be a little flavor on there.
Just your Instagram.
Just my Instagram?
Yeah.
People want to look at me?
Well, I figured just
GSSPE. Giuseppe.
yeah.
That is
We'll
my
just-
Instagram. It's just me just doing some sick fit pics, a little anime stuff.
We'll just put it down below. But we'll just put yours. 'Cause, I mean, if you haven't posted anything on the 2D Research Club page, then there's nothing there.
There's nothing there, but
Yeah.
you could be one of the first to witness when something is there.
Yeah, definitely go follow
So-
that, but also follow his normal page because he actually
Follow the
has some
normal
things
page.
there.
What's your
And you might
Twitter?
want to follow it pretty quickly because he tends to post things and then delete all of them and leave up like 3 total
It's
pictures.
for the aesthetic, man.
Yeah,
But
so get in.
I will just say on an ending note, you guys are in luck for those who I referred to as the ones with attention spans of rodents, because we might be putting out some shorter content.
Yeah.
Who knows? So, thank you again. Peace.